You may be frustrated by the amount of time you've wasted on unqualified buyers showing up at your listing. So just how do you vet apartment shoppers without being rude? Should I ask them to fill out a buyer questionnaire? This is a common approach by many new agents. However, this is one of the least effective methods possible for one very simple reason. It's an impersonal time demand on a stranger who is undoubtedly a busy working professional. Be positive and respond with a few questions. Hi, Sam. Thanks for your inquiry. Let us come back to you shortly with a few times for you to view. How early are you in your search? Are you pre-approved for a mortgage? This is a perfect example of a first response to a listing inquiry you've received. It's polite, thanks the customer immediately, and makes use of an exclamation mark to demonstrate enthusiasm. It also answers the buyer's question of when they can view the apartment, so it's not a one-way exchange of information requests from you. Lastly, because people have short attention spans, we've limited ourselves to 2 open-ended qualifying questions. How to qualify homebuyers by phone. Any good salesperson will admit that getting a prospect on the phone dramatically increases the probability of a transaction. Therefore, instead of complex questionnaires or lengthy questions by email, simply call the buyer within 10 minutes of receiving their inquiry. Let them talk. Especially among the younger generation, it may be unnerving to have to speak with a stranger on the phone. You may be tempted to talk too much. Please don't. Remember, the buyer just reached out to you to ask about your listing. Just be friendly and let them talk. If you need to kickstart the conversation, just ask them an open-ended question like, how long have you been searching for? Or what neighborhoods have you been looking at? Lastly, since you are the listing agent, you'll naturally have lots of color to share with the buyer on your property and how much action you've gotten. As a result, you should never have to worry about not having anything to say to the buyer. How to qualify home buyers with other questions. Are you working with a broker? Are you currently renting or do you own a place? When are you looking to move? If you're renting, when does your lease end? What's the price range you've been looking at? How much are you looking to put down? What neighborhoods are you most interested in? What times work best for you to view? Would you consider both condos and co-ops? How many bedrooms do you need? Do you have a budget in mind for monthly payments? Who is the apartment for? Do you care about having a doorman? How to qualify buyers in New York City with mortgage bankers. Lending standards have tightened dramatically in the United States since the great financial crisis of 2008. Even today, mortgage bankers are still dramatically more cautious in their underwriting standards. As a result, leverage the fact that mortgage bankers have already spent time pre-qualifying and pre-approving buyers for loans. If a buyer has a mortgage pre-approval letter from a reputable bank on hand, then he or she is most likely financially qualified. Learn more about how you can save all 6% in broker commissions through an agent-assisted FSBO at www.hauseitnyc.com.